My name is Orion Valencia, and this week we're going to be doing a reaction video for Aurora interviews. I'm going to call this the Aurora interview spree reaction video. All right, I'm going to watch some Aurora interviews. And first off, if you guys are new to my channel, thank you for coming. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys have been here, I apologize for the wait. I haven't released a lot of videos lately, and you guys have sent me some suggestions, and I just haven't been able to get to things. There's so many things I have yet to get to. So we're sort of starting fresh. It's 2022. The videos I haven't gotten to yet, the music videos, the live performances that you guys want to see me react to, drop those in the comments. Drop them now, and let's get to them. Let's get to them in 2022. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be doing reaction videos. So let's get to it. Okay, so first off, Steinar Boglund says, she is truly a cloud holding a knife. Has anyone heard from Suburban lately? Let's watch it. It says, will somebody check on him?
He's fine.
Aurora says he's fine. Oh my gosh. No, Suburban. What is Aurora doing? Aurora! I'm sure that Suburban is fine. She said he's fine. I believe it. I absolutely believe. I don't think Aurora would lie to us. She's very sweet, very kind, very loving, compassionate person. I believe that they are just playing house. It's a very interesting house. Okay, the cloud holding a knife thing. There was this interview. Let's see if I could find it. So let's watch this one. It's about their new music video. I love the new song. I've been listening to Suburban for years. And of course, you guys introduced me to Aurora. And to see them together is just like incredible. So it's amazing. So, okay.
First off, I'm like super honored that this is pretty much the first collaboration that you've ever done.
I rarely...
Can we also talk about that? The first collaboration that Aurora's done? And it really took us through a surprise that it's with Suburban, and it was so perfect. Anyway,
this is pretty much the first collaboration that you've ever done.
I rarely do like work with other artists, but I was really drawn to you because you're, it's good, and I'm also.
Yeah.
So it's good.
You have very angelic vocals.
Well, you have a really nice voice as well. It's very unique and weird, which is cool.
It's very breathy.
Yeah.
I have a very breathy voice.
Yeah, it's very nice. And mine is very sharp. So I think they're very nice together.
Yeah.
Like a cloud holding a knife.
Yeah.
There it is. Cloud holding a knife. Oh, this is good. I was going to say, I think there's some chemistry between them. I don't know if I'm assuming things. I'm not going to be the one to start rumors, but I don't know. They're cute. I think. And do you see the way they're looking at each other? Anyway, let's keep watching.
You know, there's a generational difference between a lot of parents that affects their child's love life in a lot of instances, especially one that's fueled by belief or religion or just plain, boomerism. So this song is really describing the dynamic of your partner getting flack and that returning to you. In some situations, extreme situations, getting kicked out of their own house because of sexual relations or premarital sexual relations. Originally, I wrote it like very improvisationally, right on the spot with another producer. I sent it over and with a blank that I produced out specifically for what I thought. I wanted to hear female vocals, and Aurora perfectly matched that aesthetic.
I really like the song. I'm very dedicated to battling shame because I'm so upset with all the different ways we are shaming, especially about the beautiful things that makes us human, like love and sex. And it could be so pure and lovely, and all of these weird shamings just ruins such a perfectly beautiful, naturally wild thing. I love the message of the whole song. Sex is cool.
Sex is cool.
That's great. It's so surprising to hear like Aurora say that. Sex is cool. No, that's awesome. I totally agree. Like if you haven't been in that situation, then like great. But I think all of us at least know somebody who's been through that, you know, where either like a friend or something like that is being shamed because of those things. Luckily for me, I didn't catch it too hard. Some parents are stricter. My parents weren't too strict, just a little bit. I think it's awesome that artists like Aurora, and then especially Suburban, who wrote this song. It sounds like Suburban actually wrote this song before they ever had an idea of working with Aurora. So it's super cool to see that Aurora landed on that spot and that they got to work with each other on this.
Tell me, is your father a good man? It's surprising how little he seems to understand.
I always like when the first line has a little bit of like captivation or shock value, and in a lot of relationships you want to know the reality of who you're dating, and often a reflection of that can be their parents. And a lot of the times is actively involved in a lot of their decision making if they still have a stronghold grasp on their child. With parenting, you know, it's a fine line you have to walk. In most of my relationships, I've met parents who struggle recognizing their child as an individual, especially coming into adulthood. Is your parenting part of the equation? Is your father a good man?
His daughter was my savior.
There's a biblical parallel with me saying your daughter was my savior. Obviously a double meaning, metaphor, seeing as there was a conflict of interest, but I thought it was similar because in a lot of ways she was my savior in that moment. I was very, very socially inept, still am. This was a first experience for me, like getting out of my shell during my youth.
Sure, she can be a little indecisive, but I don't have to make her choose, 'cause
she has had moments where she is directly influenced by her parents. You know, she's indecisive, but I don't have to make her choose because I have faith in this situation. She needs to find herself as an individual and stop being ruled by a few things that did have a lot of influence on her growing up, and in turn had a lot of influence on our relationship.
oh, this is how it goes. Watching it unfold, playing my own role.
This is how it goes really was a moment of knowing a fallout will occur, knowing that I will get into a conflict with the parents, and just waiting for the inevitable. And that's what occurred over dinner. It was a very awkward dinner. They had caught us. I had been caught in the act. Got to the point where they were asking her to break up with me or move out. And they kicked her out. This is how it goes, watching it unfold, playing my own role.
Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy dum.
That was almost like a nursery rhyme.
I love that line, by the way. I think it's genius. Because like he says, it's like a nursery rhyme, but then it leads right into the next phrase. Dum 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 diddy daddy, don't make her leave this home. It's just like, oh, spicy.
And just phonetically, it sounded fun, the alliteration. I was playing a little dialogue in my head. Daddy, don't make me leave this home. Don't kick me out. I can be better.
Make me leave this home. This is what you chose. I can't let him go. Dum dum diddy dum dum diddy daddy dum.
The father coming down on her. This is what you chose. You have to live with the consequences. Then her coming back. I can't let him go. Driven by love, not logic, pure emotion and instinct in this situation.
I love Suburban.
In our house, the quiet is so loud. I think I was imagining this whole thing from the girl's perspective, being reprimanded by a parent, or being like disapproved of or disowned. It's such an extremely painful thing to go through. And that silence around the dinner table that I'm imagining, this uncomfortable silence where you're not allowed to express yourself or to speak your mind or speak your truth or be who you are and be human, be normal even. I'll never hear a single word you want to shout. I was thinking both from the father's...
I love Aurora. Her voice is just so incredible.
Perspective that you'll never get to hear. Like his anger is kind of endless because he will never understand. But also that he'll never hear every single word she wants to shout because she will never be given the space to be understood or to speak her mind. Oh God, you're just a child. I kind of wanted to scare the listener a bit in the song. I'm imagining that's how it feels for her to constantly be called a child when she is not anymore. Is this very undignifying way of kind of taking control over a child as a parent simply because you can. Oh, he can be a little too invasive. When I heard Suburban's Pre for the first time, oh, she can be a little indecisive. I just loved the way that word kind of tickled my mind, and I loved the way it tasted in my mouth. And I really wanted to recreate that phonetically pleasingness. It was just fun to flip the perspective around. Oh, he can be a little too invasive. And that's probably why she's a little indecisive. And I just want to live. For me, when I added the little, I just want to live, it's kind of to explain how little we are asking for. It's such a small question, it's such a small demand to ask for respect and ask for freedom to do what you want with your lovely body and soul. This song talks about such an important topic, and it's weird to me that it's even a topic we need to write about, but we do. So I try to make a yin to his yang by saying he can be a little too invasive, because I love when words both connect phonetically as well. It's very intriguing for the mind.
Oh, that's great. I love Aurora. That's great. Just seeing this with Suburban, just them together, I think is absolutely incredible. Let's see if I can find another. I'm going to go over to Alison's Wonderland. Alison is a friend of mine that has been doing reaction videos lately, and she's been doing Aurora reaction videos, and somebody just sent her some interviews to react to, and I'm going to steal them. Sorry, Alison, but thank you for letting me do that. We actually talked about that earlier. So I'm not sure what this interview was. I didn't see it. I'm Berlin.
Vi bare fant ut at vi velger noe, så følger vi hjertene våre, og så velger vi vekk skole, så kan vi gjøre på en måte en musikk med hele hjertet.
I've actually never watched Aurora speak her native language. I don't know if that was her native language, but I've only seen Aurora speak in English, which is probably surprising, but that's interesting.
Det er jo mange som ikke tør å snakke om de fleste ting og følelser og sånne ting, og jeg er jo litt en av de også. Det å skrive musikk er veldig terapeutisk for meg. I'm running with I'm running with Hvor putter vi på? Okay, kom igjen. Squeeze inside. Er du klar? Å ha familien med på tur, det er mer enn noen gang jeg kan ønske meg egentlig. Du blir jo lei av å reise alene. Jeg reiser mye alene også, så å ha familien med nå i Berlin, det er helt fantastisk.
Det var finest.
Det må vi legge ut.
Dette var.
Det er etter hvert. Jeg har alltid visst hva jeg ville bli, men jeg tror det at de sang i kor og viste at det var så gøy, det har gjort meg modigere og lært at det kan være gøy å stå på en scene på en måte, og det kan være glede i det, det er ikke bare alvor i det da.
Du står på latio for.
Jeg brukte veldig.
I love this because it just reminds me of me and my friends and what we do. We just constantly singing and making music everywhere we go. So I love watching this, and she's speaking a lot that like I feel like is true to my heart as well, with friends, family, and music.
Det lang tid før jeg sang for familien i det hele tatt. De ble veldig overrasket, tror jeg, når jeg sang for dem for første gang, for da hadde mange sanger og de lurte på. Men det var det jeg hadde holdt på med alle disse år. Så mamma sa egentlig bare at det er faktisk litt egoistisk å holde ting for seg selv, som faktisk kan hjelpe folk. Men det var på en måte det som fikk meg til å tenke, ok, det handler ikke så mye om meg, det er på en måte.
I absolutely, I mean, you could do whatever you want. You don't have to share your music, but definitely, I feel like we're all being graced because Aurora does share her music now. Unfortunately, I do have to cut this video short because I'm running out of time with my phone, the memory of my phone, the space. So I just want to say thank you guys for checking out this video. More Aurora videos coming soon, more reactions. Leave a comment if you want to see me react to something, what you want to see me react to next, and we will see you in the next video.